Okay, students, welcome back. Today we'll be starting with our module 1, that is quantum mechanics. Okay. So we discussed quantum mechanics comes into picture when the size of the matter come down to microscopic level. This submodule will be covering introduction to quantum theory, black body radiation, spectrum of black body radiation. So this is now coming to introduction to quantum theory. So in the first class also I had told you that to study the behavior of matters, earlier we were using the classical mechanics which was proposed by Drude, but when the size of the matter is coming down to microscopic level, like inside a device, we are studying the properties of electrons, how it is moving, how the current is being generated, all this inside the electronic devices to be studied. There we need to study the properties at the microscopic level, right? So in this case, we cannot use the classical mechanics to describe these behaviors. So here we need to go through our quantum theory. So this is where we came to quantum theory. So the properties of macroscopic bodies are described by classical mechanics, whereas properties of microscopic bodies are described by quantum mechanics. This is the basic difference between classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. Okay. Next, this quantum mechanics deals with the behavior of matter and energy at atomic and subatomic level. Because as I told you, that microscopic level, that means the size of the particle at that time is coming to the size of electron, proton and these things. So we are writing that this is at the atomic and subatomic level. Then this quantum mechanics, though this is a different branch of physics, but this is the basic concept which can be used for different branches of science like nanotechnology, condensed matter physics, quantum chemistry, like astronomy also. There also we are using celestial bodies, but there inside we need to study the properties like the fusion reaction, all those things. So there also we need to use quantum theory to study the behavior of particles. And nanoelectronics, now you know, all people must be knowing that all the devices are getting miniaturized. So all are coming to micro and nano levels. So at that time, we cannot use the classical mechanics laws to describe the behaviors, and we need the help of quantum mechanics. Okay? So this classical theory was developed by Drude in 1900, but when that level is coming down, classical theory could not give a proper description or proper explanation for the behavior of matters. So a new theory was proposed by Max Planck, and that theory is known as quantum theory. We'll slowly see how the classical theory fails to explain, how this Max law explains the properties properly. These things will be coming slowly into that. So the first, the most like many properties are there, but in the syllabus also it is there on this blackboard radiation, and this is the most significant thing which can describe you or which can explain you more clearly that how this classical mechanics helps to explain the properties, and how this quantum mechanics is explaining the properties very nicely. So this, for that, first we will have to see what is a black body radiation. Whenever like any body, if light falls on that, it will emit the light. But a black body is a body which absorbs all the radiations of all wavelength and frequency incident on it. It is a good observer and good radiator. It will absorb a large amount of the last fraction of the incident energy on it, and also when it radiates, it can radiate a large fraction of the energy. So this is one figure that shows you the black body. Okay, so here this is a spherical body we have taken that is known as a black body. The inside wall of this black body is coated with black color. Okay, so when an incident radiation, this is the incident radiation, it is coming, there is a projection, there is a small opening, and just in front of that small opening there is a small projection, so that whenever this incident ray is coming, it is getting reflected, and again it is hitting this surface at this point. Here again it is getting reflected, hitting the surface at this point inside the body. So the process is continuing in such a manner that, because this hole through which we are incidenting the radiation is very small, the probability of getting the probability of these radiations to come out from this body is very less. So, and as inside this surface is coated with a black color, almost all the radiations being incident on the surface, they will get absorbed. So this is the property of a black body. So it is a sphere with a small opening and a small conical projection in front of the opening. And the inner surface is coated with lamp black. This is the inner surface which is coated with lamp black. Multiple reflections takes place, as I have already told you. So these are the multiple reflections which are taking place inside the cavity. And each reflection, like I can consider this is one reflection. So during one reflection, about 98% of the radiation is absorbed. So if this is 100% and it is hitting the point here and getting reflected back, then it is that time 98% is already absorbed. Only 2% is getting reflected back. So again from that 2%, 98% is getting absorbed, means only 0.04% will be getting emitted. So, and the number of reflections are multiple reflections are taking place. So obviously almost all the radiations will get absorbed inside the body. So an ideal observer of the incident radiations. The emissivity is 1 for a perfect black body. Okay, so this is the construction of a perfect black body. Now we'll see what is black body radiation. Can you guess what will be that? Because I have already told you this is black body. Can any of you guess what will be the black body radiation? Okay, right. So this is the radiation emitted by a black body is called black body radiation. So whenever the radiation which is emitted by a black body, that is known as black body radiation. The radiation does not depend on the shape of the body. Here I have shown you a spherical one, but that doesn't mean that always it should be a spherical one. The shape may change, but the radiation doesn't depend on the shape of the body. Then what it depends? That is the temperature, and that radiation is isotropic and it depends only on temperature. If I am when it will radiate energy, once if it is heated to a certain temperature and leave it, then the temperature will come down. At that time it will radiate energy. So if we will heat that body to a higher temperature, then the amount of radiations will be more. If it is heated to a lesser temperature, the amount of radiations will be less. So it depends only on the temperature. Okay. Now, some experiments were being conducted to see how the spectrum of this black body radiation is looking good. Like if it is, as I told you, if we are changing the temperature, the amount of radiations will also change. So how this will, and again, we are getting the radiations of different wavelengths. So how the intensity of the radiations changes with wavelength, frequency, and all those things. That to see that, the scientists, they conducted experiments, and based on the experimental results, they have done this spectrum. So what they have done, they have considered a spherical black body with a small cavity, as I have shown you that time. So that is heated to different temperature. Okay, so if it is heated to different temperature, the amount of radiation coming out will be different. So the distribution of radiant energy over different wavelengths are recorded at a particular temperature. Okay, so a graph is plotted between wavelength and energy density. So they calculated the wavelength of the radiated energy and the intensity or the density, how much radiation is coming at that particular wavelength, corresponding to that particular wavelength. So that's the based on the results. This is the graph you can see. Like here at x-axis, this is the wavelength and this is the energy density, and they have plotted the graphs for different temperatures. So as temperature is changing and wavelength is changing, how the energy density is changing, that is shown by this spectrum. Okay, so this is repeated at different temperature. So this is the spectrum of the black body radiation. Here you can see radiation coming out has all wavelengths. See, at any wavelength you can have radiations. Here you can see this is the radiation intensity. So for all wavelengths they are getting radiations, and the radiation density is distributed over the entire spectrum. So if this is the spectrum, it is all over distributed. Peak of the curve decreases with temperature. The first one is for 5000 Kelvin, second one is for 4000 Kelvin. So as you can see, as the temperature is decreasing, the peak of this is the curve at 5000 K. So here is the peak. But as the temperature is coming down, again the peak is coming down. Slowly, slowly, as the temperature is increasing, the peak is also decreasing. And the area under a particular curve, like 2000 K, this is the curve at 2000 K. So whatever the area under this curve, that will give you the value for total energy emitted at that particular temperature. At 2000 K, this is the total energy. At 3000 K, this total area will be the total energy emitted. Okay, so the wavelength corresponding to the maximum intensity, like if I see the wavelength for 2000 Kelvin, if you consider, this is the wavelength where we are getting the maximum value. For 3000, if you say, we are getting the maximum peak at a lesser wavelength, at a lower wavelength. 4000, for the lower wavelength, we are getting a maximum peak. So the wavelength corresponding to maximum intensity decreases with increasing temperature. Okay, the total energy emitted increases with increasing temperature. Total energy, as I have told you, the area under the curve. So you can see as we are increasing the temperature, the total area under the curve is increasing. So the total energy emitted increases with increasing temperature. Okay, so we will stop here today. The next class we will see what are the different laws proposed to explain this spectrum. So for the time you can go through this. We'll discuss it in the next class. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.